Welcome to the Allegory of Spots podcast series. Thanks for joining. In each episode, we introduce a new spot. We talk about how spots hinder our progression, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and how to overcome any spot that may be holding you back. As you begin to move and apply the things you learn, you'll start to see weaknesses become strengths, and you'll begin to see and feel greater light come into your lives.
This episode of Spots is called Darkness, and I am Holly. Darkness is the absence of light. People in the dark are lost, and they don't even realize it because they are so used to little light or no light at all. They think darkness is a normal way to live, but that is a lie. Do you realize that something like disliking or hating someone can keep you in darkness? In the New Testament, the book of 1 John chapter 2, it explains how this is so. In verse 9, it says, "He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in the darkness even until now. He that loveth his brother abideth in light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness has blinded his eyes." There is another path that follows along closely to the side of the straight and narrow path. It has no rod to hold on to, but is easily accessed by hating your neighbor or anyone in your life. It is a path of darkness, and if you have fallen off the straight and narrow path, even a centimeter, then you are in darkness and you have become blinded. When we hate others, we are choosing not to move forward and are halted by the hatred and cannot continue forward mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically. And if you can't move forward in those ways, you are halted in your progression. Until we can resolve the hate within ourselves, we are stuck. Have you ever been around anyone who hates another person? So much so that they dwell on the negative thoughts of this person, bring them up all the time, and why and who did them wrong. Every time you see them, they bring up the subject over and over again. Do you see how this halts them from moving forward? Do you like being in the dark? It's when we come out of the dark that we see clearly. Through acts, direction, we then become illuminated with light. Our vision and path that were in darkness now become bright by bringing in light. More darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Darkness is not where God is found, but where God descended down to save us all. Jesus Christ, who is full of light, set that example of how to move out of darkness. By asking for forgiveness for the things that keep you in the dark, you can climb out of the hole and the gloom you have become accustomed to. Isn't it time for you to come back to light and leave your dark cave? There is a song by Rodgers and Hammerstein called "You'll Never Walk Alone." I love the words. Listen to them, see if you can relate. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. The Doctrine and Covenants, section 50, starting in verse 23, teaches us more about darkness and light. That which does not edify is not of God, and is darkness. That which is of God is light, and he that receiveth light and continueth in God receiveth more light, and that light groweth brighter and brighter until the perfect day. And again, verily I say unto you, and I say it that you may know the truth, that you may chase darkness from among you. Here's to chasing darkness away. You can do it.
At the end of each episode, you'll hear us repeat the steps on how to remove your spots. It's simple. There are 4 steps in the process. Number 1, start by making a comprehensive list of all the things in your life that you need to get rid of, or repent of, or even be healed from. You'll know when your list is complete when you feel you've included all the items that come to mind. Number 2, take an inventory of what you're feeding your spirit, because what you feed your spirit is what feeds your flesh. Your body will follow your spirit. Number 3, now that you've identified the spots, let's get rid of them or cast them off. And here's how you do that. Present your list to God through prayer. Ask Him for help. Ask Him to remove your spots, to literally take them from you. Ask God to remove and offload all your burdens, your stresses, and your concerns. Stop trying to carry them alone. They weren't meant for you to carry. And number 4, once you've finished steps 1 through 3, it's time to start the process again. Only this time, dig a little deeper into your soul, searching out even the smallest of spots you might have overlooked or not even recognized. Ask God to reveal them. He has a way of bringing them to the surface. And finally, continue these steps until you've completely cleansed yourselves of any and all spots. Then move forward day by day, using the atonement of Jesus Christ to keep yourself unspotted.